Hi, I'm Eric Traub, live from Metlife Stadium, and alongside me is Giants legend David Deal. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm good. So the first question I have is there's this whole debate about when kids are growing up and they're good athletes, should they be playing multiple sports? Now, obviously, growing up in Chicago, you played multiple sports, you started multiple sports, and look where you ended up. So what's your opinion on kids playing multiple sports growing up?
I'm 100% in belief of that. You know, growing up, I didn't play football until high school. I grew up playing basketball, tennis, and everything that you can pick up on the street, and it made me a more well-rounded, better athlete. So I think that's definitely something that helped me become the football player that I did. You know, you think about all the basketball background that I had growing up. It didn't have the wear and tear on my body as a football player, and playing offensive line and offensive tackle is no different than playing defense in basketball. Think about pass protection. Eli Manning is the hoop. You're the defender. The defensive end is the one with the basketball. You're taking the same angles, the same footwork, the same everything, except for you can be physical and punch them. So that was such a big motivating factor and such a big bonus for me having that to become the NFL player that I did.
And obviously, sports in general, you learn a lot of character tools. Would you say some of the things from the other sports you played growing up, you learned some character tools that you used in football?
Without a doubt, persistence, the way that you handle adversity. Anytime you lose, don't lose a lesson. There's something to learn from it. And the biggest thing that I always said was that was my competitive edge, was being able to know that I was fully prepared, that every time I walked away from a game, I didn't have a single regret in that regard.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you were drafted in 2003 in the 5th round, but you started in your first season. You played all 16 games. What in college allowed you and prepared you to play all 16 games in your rookie year?
Well, in college, I played every position but center, just like I did in the pros. And the main influence and one of the main reasons why I was drafted by the New York Giants was I ran the same offense under Ron Turner at the University of Illinois that we had here my rookie season. Ron Turner's Norv Turner's brother. So for 5 years in college, I learned the insides and outs of an NFL pro system. So when I was drafted by the Giants, all I had to do was switch around terminology. That in itself allowed me to expand and start my rookie season the way that I did.
And in 2012, you actually were honored with the Wellington Mara Man of the Year award. What type of honor did that give you?
I mean, to receive an award after such an amazing man who not only did so many things to the New York Giants, but to the NFL, it meant everything for me. And it let me bat the cycle. I've won every Giants award possible you can win as a player.
Well, David, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Eric Traub, live from MetLife, and back to the studio.